What is up, Real back here. It's been a month since I've made a video. That doesn't matter because school is out. I don't have school anymore. I can actually use that excuse legitimately for the first time in my life, huh? It's been a month since I've uploaded, but there is an elephant in the room. It is the Vegas Golden Knights, and we know the expansion draft already happened. The draft is today. I actually won't be watching that. I have plans tonight. But the expansion draft passed, and I have had long opinions about the Vegas Golden Knights, and I actually do think that I'm going to be really rooting hardcore for this team. Of course, my number 1 team is the Canucks, my number 2 team is the Maple Leafs, my number 3 team is now the Vegas Golden Knights. Here's why I'll be cheering for the Golden Knights. And really, it doesn't come down to how I think, oh, they have such a good team, Colin Miller, Carrier, Derek Englund, they're such a good player. No, it's not like that. Basically, this team, it boils down to management. And George McPhee, I think his name is, has been fantastic. This management team has been fantastic with how they've dealt with the expansion draft. Now, the expansion draft picks, some of these are pretty good. You got James Neal. That was just a great pick. You got other guys. You got Marchessault from the Florida Panthers. Garrison from Tampa Bay. Of course, Lucas Spiza is out. But a lot of the transactions that they got done during the expansion draft, not necessarily the picks, but the other acquirees they've gotten. For example, they got Riley Smith from the Panthers for a 2017 fourth. What? Riley Smith is worth a 4th round pick? What is that? Okay, that's fantastic. Now, they have 2 great players from the Panthers, Marchessault and Riley Smith. Marchessault got a lot of points last year. They also got themselves James Neal, who I said he was a steal. They got themselves Marc-Andre Fleury, but not only that, they got a 2020 second-round pick from the Penguins to pick Fleury, which means that they got both of these things. They got Fleury, and because they got Fleury, they got a 2020 second-round pick. If they picked any other player, they wouldn't have gotten that pick. Pittsburgh was basically saying, here, if you take Fleury, we'll give you this 2020 pick. We want you to take Fleury. This is what they were doing all day. They got themselves Shea Theodore from the Anaheim Ducks to pick Stoner, which means that the Ducks were saying, hey, if you pick Stoner, we'll give you Shea Theodore. And they got Shea Theodore. Shea Theodore's a guy that I have been really paying attention to recently, and I like him. And some of these picks are actually really good. Like I said, James Neal, Marc-Andre Fleury, Lucas Spiza. Okay, not him. Oscar Lindbergh is a young guy they've gotten from the Rangers. I like him a lot. Mark Methot. Oh boy, they got Mark Methot. I like that pick. David Perron from the St. Louis Blues. Brandon Leipzig is a guy that I think is going to be really good with this team. They got themselves a young team. And it's a team that you're going to say, oh, this team, well, they really can't challenge for a wildcard spot now. They'll be better than Colorado, I guess, but this is a team that in 3 years, 4 years, you can say, oh my goodness, this team. Along with that, they've also gotten, 3 or 4 first-round picks in this draft? Oh my goodness, that's incredible. What is this? The Vegas Golden Knights are pulling an absolute robbery on here, and I like the things that they've done with this team. Acquiring David Clarkson from the Blue Jackets. I like this because Clarkson's got a bad contract. This fills up that space. This fills up that cap space, and it gives them a team that's suitable to go into the season. Grabovski, kind of the same issue over there. And a lot of these are just so good. Look at the list of stuff that they've gotten. 2017 6th-round pick from the Sabres, a 5th-round pick from the Hurricanes, 2nd-round pick, and a 4th-round pick from the Lightning. Then a 2nd-round pick from the Islanders, a 1st-round pick from the Islanders, 1st-round pick from the Blue Jackets, and they got Winnipeg's first pick as well. I think they had to give up their own first pick for that, but oh my goodness, they have 3 firsts. This is fantastic. I'm not sitting here saying that I think that they're going to win the cup. No. Their management is smart. And their management is making some really good decisions, and of course, the team that they have here, as Steve Dangle said, is not going to be the team in September. They're still going to make a lot of moves, and they kind of are making quite a bit of moves. They're making a big splash here in this market, and it's such a good thing to watch as a hockey fan. Vegas is bringing new life into this league. They've taken away so many good players from good teams. Like, Cody Eakin is gone. He was a good player. I liked him. Braden McNabb is gone. Griffin Reinhart has been snagged up as well. This is going to be really interesting to watch. And I'm so excited. I like this management. They're so smart. They're doing a lot of things right. They're grabbing a lot of depth and a lot of youth. And I really, really like that about this team. Come September, I'm going to be cheering for the Golden Knights, regardless of what their roster looks like, because we know this roster is not going to be the same. After today, after the draft, maybe in the offseason, free agent signings, they're going to be an entirely different team in September. But so far from what I've seen, from the players I've seen them take, from the moves I've seen them make, from the acquisitions they've had, this management is smart, and I'm going to be rooting for these guys because I like their strategies. The things that they're doing. Their thought process is so good, and I love it. And I hope you guys are going to enjoy this too, because I know I certainly am. Hope you guys enjoyed. This was Rabowski on Gaming. Still can't say that right. And bye.